In middle school, I was the only Chinese family. We were the only Chinese family in the whole San Fernando Valley, so our school was all white, and except for me, only Asian. And boy, there was cause for a lot of prejudice, and they wanted to get into fights, bike fights they call them, when they just you ride the bike and they throw a stick in your spokes so you keel over and leave a bunch of square inches of skin on the pavement. And my God, there was endless that kind of prejudice since you're the only guy there, Asian guy. So that was my big wound. I was the outsider, the hole in the corner man, the misfit. Anyway, so as Rumi says, the wound is a place where the light comes in. Now, I didn't read this until many years later, but wow, that sure was applicable back in those days. So that was surely my case, because I had to find some solution. I can't be going to school terrified of a fight every day or them ganging up on me or something like that. Anyway, so that was the wound, and like I said, or Rumi says, the wound is where the light comes in, and it really forced me to reconsider another way to handle this situation. So luckily I found this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I read that and I was just astounded. My God, there's other ways to solve these big problems. And my God, I read like, hey, how white people also worry about saving face. Like one of the first things I read in that book was never shame somebody to their face, and certainly not in front of their friends. And I thought, wow, it gave me a moment of enlightenment. Like, gee, white people worry about saving face. We suffer the same. Maybe there's hope. We're the light. There's hope that I can get along in this world. And sure enough, so I applied more and more of the principles in that How to Win Friends and Influence People, and just basically treating people with respect and not being arrogant, admit your mistakes, all that kind of basic stuff. But it was said really nicely in a way that I got when I was in middle school. And so I started making friends, and then one thing led to another, and eventually, by the time it was my senior year, they had elected me student body president. So it's true, like Rumi says, the wound is where the light comes in.